Hello everybody, it is Nicole with A-Frayed-Knot, hopping on a few minutes late, but I was trying to get everything organized so I can show you all of the goodies for April. So as you are jumping on, say hello and let me know you are here. If you catch the replay, then just say hey and let me know you're watching the replay. So there's lots happening today because, well, it's April 1st, so happy April Fool's Day. I've been super busy today trying to just get things done, and life just keeps lifing, so you know how that is. But today what has happened is, with it being Wednesday, it is Woodpack Wednesday, but it's also the 1st, so the we have a bundle that is available. I'm trying to think how I want to say this so it's not so confusing, but there is a bundle available of all of the wood packs that are available for the month of April. So I'm going to show you what those are. And they're only available until the 5th. So for a limited time, you can get all of them bundled together, which is a fantastic savings if you plan on buying them like every Wednesday when they release. Today is also Wednesday, so we have the Woodpack bundle available, but we also have the individual Woodpack available. And today is the Love You Buy sign. All right. I have shown you guys a Love You Buy sign. And what I have done is I have shrunk it down so that this way it is, you guys, sorry, there's something on my lip. So it's doable to be able to ship. So there are a lot of things I know you guys would like for me to put into the online shop, but the reality of it is the shipping for some of the things is astronomical. We actually just learned yesterday, and this is kind of a sidebar to what we're actually talking about. It was just brought to my attention yesterday that shipping has increased even more. So the $6.95 flat rate that you guys are paying very well may have to go up. I'm just letting you guys know that right now. It's something that I'm trying to get the time to look into, but shipping is just out of this world, and I get it. But anyhow, all that to say, I have done what I can to make the Love You Buy sign doable for you guys, and to be able to ship it and still sell it at offer it to you guys at a reasonable price. I know it may not seem reasonable, but it is, trust me. So let's go through and take a look at it. And tonight we're actually going to make it. And there's two different ways that this can be made. This sign actually was also made for the woodworkers, so I'm going to make it with them tomorrow. In the woodworking group, we actually cut the letters out. So that's exciting, but I can't cut all the letters out for the online shop. I would encourage you, if you are even interested, to comment woodworker and go see what the woodworking group is all about. It might be something that you might find you want to do. So if you have any questions about that, just let me know. But what I'm going to do right now, our paint pack is available. I'm going to use it tonight on tonight's sign. But just keep in mind, if that's like not your colors or anything, you can substitute out any colors that you like. And I want to kind of go through with you the different wood packs that are going to be available. And I wish I would have wrote down the dates they're actually available. So I think, let me think. Okay, so did I get all of them here? I'm sure I did. So this is the next, I think this is the next one. So this is the super cute chicken garden steak. So this is the next wood pack that'll be available. I don't know for sure that I'll paint it just like this, but this is a picture that I'm planning on getting into the online shop, so you can kind of see that. I love the way that one looks. I might do different colors, you know, kind of using our paint bundle for April, or I might do those colors and then put it on Whatnot. Who knows? You never know with me, but that is the next one. And this is what the wood pack looks like that you will get. You will get the arrow, the chicken, the wing, and the steak to put it on. And then we have the Angel Shelf Sitter. Totally designed to be a shelf sitter. So I will be, that one will be offered, I believe it's the week after. And then the Enter with a Happy Heart. You might remember this one. I asked y'all a while back if you would be interested in this one. So this is what it looks like, and this is the bundle for it. So you'll get 3 hearts in this one, and the template to do the word transfers on it. And then Tonight's Sign, which is the one I have right here. And with Tonight's Sign, you also get the template for the words. And then I'll be showing you, I always show you guys how to transfer it on and paint it out and all the things. So you know what, let me get the iPad going so I can see the comments. So there's a couple of ways you can look at these. You can comment Shop AFK and we will we'll send the link to your DMs, and that'll take you to the front page of the online shop where you will see the bundle, the paint pack, and Tonight's Sign. You won't see the other ones until the day that the particular Wednesday that they're available. Alrighty, let's see here. Let me get our live pulled up here. But the bundle is available tonight, and the Love You Bye sign is available tonight. Hey, Karen. Oh, thank you. I am so glad you love the colors. Hi, Donna. Happy April, Denise. Hey, Tabitha. Happy Wednesday. Hi, Diane. Hey, Lynn and Trula. Becky, hello. My mom is on. Hello. Hey, Stephanie. Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm glad to hear you grab that bundle, because if you do get the Woodpacks, this is for anybody. It is a huge savings to get the bundle. I know when you look at it, at the face of it, it might not seem like it, but I totaled it all up if you buy them individually, and then with shipping, the current shipping rate, which is $6.95, and it was upwards of $90. I don't remember the exact price, but when you take all of the prices that the wood packs will be, you know, when they're available, and then you put shipping on that, it was upwards of like $90. I just don't remember exactly what it was. So it's a huge, huge saving. If you're considering it or think, you know, you might want that, I'm just telling you, it's a very good deal. So, hey, Michelle. Hello, Angela. Aw, thank you. I appreciate that, Karen. Oh, from the movie theater. Is the movie that good, Barb? That's funny. Do you have your little ear things in? Hey, Fanny, how are you? So, all right. So I showed you all of what the wood packs are going to be. Let me move these out of the way just so that we can look at tonight's. We're going to look at tonight's a lot closer because I'm going to actually make it with you guys. Okay. Sorry, I had to go put those on another table. My space right here is very limited. So, that's funny. I don't know if she could hear us or not. Okay, so what I want to show you, let me go put this over here. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna lose my shoe. Keeps trying to come off. All right. Our paint pack also is, and I'll tell you this. I'm pretty sure I'm about 98% sure. If you were to get the bundle and you get the paint pack as well, your shipping will be free. I'm pretty sure about that. Because I remember looking at them. Sorry, I don't know like 100% for sure, but once you get in there and you do the math, you'll see whether it is or not. But I just wanted to throw that out because then at that point you get free shipping after, I think it's $65. So our paint colors for April are Wisteria and Fig and Gray Squirrel and Angel. Those are going to be the colors for April. I think they're really pretty together. Let me hold them up so you guys can see them. You see all the, I think they look really good together, all of them. Even if I mix them up like this, I just like them. I think they look good together. I'm just trying to decide how I want to paint what. So in the Woodpack for tonight, you get 2 long boards, and I already mentioned you get the Love You By template. And so with this one, you can make it one of 2 ways. You can make 2 signs, because I designed this so that it will fit on 1 board. So the Love You By, you have to cut these out. You'll see me do that here shortly. And then you can fit it on 1 board and then make 2 signs. That's what I'm trying to say. So you can lay it out, paint it out all on 1 board and make yourself 2 signs. Or that would be perfect if you are wanting to make a gift or something like that. Have one for yourself, or maybe you don't want one. You just want to make 2 and give them as gifts. Or one for you and one for a friend or a loved one. But if you are not interested in that and you just want to make 1 big sign, then you can put them together like this. What I recommend, if you don't have access to cut out little strips of wood to hold this together, I recommend using a paint stick. Now, you don't have to have a saw to cut a paint stick in half. You can use a shim, like if you have a wood shim laying around. Heck, you might even be able to use a wood biscuit if you have that. I would just put, because they're long enough, you just need something to kind of seam it together, if that makes sense. I personally wouldn't do that because I have the wood to be able to put it together. Wood biscuits are not all that long, but if you put enough of them, you can hold it together. And that's really what you want to do if you're going to make 2 signs, is hold it together. What I would do is cut a paint stick. Now I have these little tools right here that I could cut it with, and I've shown you guys how to cut them like that before. And I would put this together with a paint stick. I would use some glue, whether it be my stick fast glue or my wood glue. You can use hot glue. I would say, since I have the stick fast, I would go with that or with my wood glue to glue the wood together. But if you're just trying to use what you have and you don't have anything else, then the hot glue would be perfectly fine. I've used hot glue for years on my projects like this, and just depending where you're going to put it, it should be fine. But you know, if it's going outside or anything like that, then it could just depend on the temperature and the weather. So once you get your little brackets on here, I would probably put 3, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. And they really don't need to be all that long. In fact, let me see. This is probably about 2 to 3 inches long, which is fine. Here's my ruler. I want to give you a measurement so this way you'll have it. I would probably go, well, I would just do 4 inches, because why not? 4 inches if I was going to put these together, because it's kind of running the span of the board here. Let's see. Oops, sorry, I keep hitting the, sorry about that. Oh, this one actually has like a ruler. It actually has the measurements on it. I would go 4 inches. The other one I had didn't have the measurements. Okay, there's 4 there. And then I can almost, let's see how long this is. The measurements stop right here, so it doesn't continue down. Perfect. I could cut this in half. Oh, I love that. And then I'll have 1 paint stick will be sufficient for the whole project, which is perfect because you don't have to worry about having more than 1 stick. I like that. Okay. Hi, May. Thank you, Angela. Okay, Karen said, yes, it was free shipping and she got both. Awesome. Thank you, Karen, for letting me know that. I appreciate that. Okay. So I got all 3 of them. This is it kind of dips in a little bit, but that's perfectly fine. I just got these paint sticks from Home Depot, and hey, Charlotte. Okay. Hi, Jana. Oh, thank you, Wendy. Awesome. Thank you so much, and thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. I'm glad you got in on the savings. Okay. So, I've already told you if I was going to put this together, I'm trying to decide if I want to do the whole thing or not. I think I will go ahead and do the whole thing so you guys can see it all, because I think if I do the whole thing, just doing one will be easy to understand, but doing two, I think I want to make sure that I do the two of them so you guys will have that understanding of how to put it together for two of them. We are making the love you bye sign. That's what we're making tonight. Alrighty, so let's see here. I think what I'm going to be doing is painting in the wisteria. I think that's what we'll do. Now let me cut this down because we're gonna have to cut it down anyway, so let me go ahead and cut it down. This just all fit perfectly on one page, but you will definitely want to cut it down to make it easier on yourself for painting out the letters. Okay. Hi, Brenda. Oh, let's cut this one down a little bit more. Okay. Now, let me ask this. How many of y'all that have ordered this so far, and even if you haven't ordered it, but you're planning on it, let me know in the comments how you plan on making it. Are you putting them together and making a big one, or are you planning on making a small one? Let me know in the comments, big or small. Then I'll know what you mean. Because this is the big version with both boards together, and the small one would just be one board. It's still the same length, but it's just one board. So what I would do is put the love right there, the U and the bye, and then my intention is to take one of my stencils here and add some design in there, like kind of faint looking. I'm probably gonna use Fig. Hey, Teresa. Hi, Diane. Okay. Oh, that's a great idea, Karen. That is a really good idea. Okay, I see big. I see several big ones. Okay. If you are thinking of making two, it's going to be executed the exact same way that I'm doing it tonight. The only difference is you're not going to be putting them together. Your love will fit on there just like this, you, and then bye. Love you, bye. Just like that. It fits perfectly. And you can still do like the design behind it. It's still very doable to do the design behind it if you wanted to. I would just do it real faint. That's the only thing I would say is just kind of faint. And you'll see the way I'm going to do that tonight too. Okay, so putting it together, we're going to go ahead and put it together. Now, I'm going to paint them first. So I will say that. I'm just going to go ahead and paint them out first. And I'm using the colors from the April paint bundle. I'm going to use Wisteria as my base. So I'll be base painting with Wisteria. Both of the boards, just straight Wisteria. And I just prefer to do them individually because this way I can get the sides, even though this particular side I might not see. I just would rather have it all painted out like that. Okay, and I'm definitely going to be distressing it also. Oh, awesome. Joanne said Wisteria is one of her favorite colors. It is such a pretty color. I do love it, and I don't give it enough airtime. But this month we'll definitely be incorporating it. Diane really likes it too. It is beautiful. So how exciting. It's finally in. Well, it's been in a bundle before. I don't think, if I remember right, I don't think Gray Squirrel has been in a bundle before. Wisteria, I think, has one other time. Okay, got that one. Let me set this to the side here. And then we're going to do this one. Oh, thank you, Charlotte. Thank you, Jana. I appreciate that. Okay. Okay, so we're just finishing up getting our base coat on this. Okay, perfect. Now let's get them dried. Thank you, Diane. Good. I appreciate that. I'm glad that that you like it that way. Just trying to find ways to, you know, help like with savings and stuff. Definitely. Oh, thank you, Teresa. All right, so I'm just trying to get this all dried so that this way we can do some distressing on it. Now, when it comes to the letters that we're going to transfer on, a couple of ways you can do it actually. You can paint them out with some of the paint and a paintbrush, or you can use a paint pen. I kind of go back and forth with how I do it, but tonight I think I'm actually going to paint them out with a paintbrush. Okay, I think that is dry enough. Let me get a fresh piece of sandpaper. Thank you, Brenda. Hi, Jerry. The paint pack is, Shirley, the paint pack is $15.99 and the wood bundle is, let's see, if you see that little chain link thing right there, you can click on it and then go in. Now, if you're talking about the bundle, which is all of the wood packs that are offered for April, that one is, hold please, I'm trying to, let's see. Oh, it closed. Hold on one second. Let me find it a different way. Okay, so that one is, let's see. The wood bundle, not just what I'm making tonight, but all of them for April, which is the bundle. That one is $59.99. And the paint pack is, excuse me, is $15.99. So I hope that answers your question. Okay. Okay, so I'm just distressing it right now with my 80 grit sandpaper. Now I'm wanting to reveal some of the wood. So that's why I'm going ahead and distressing it. Okay, so anyone can comment shop AFK and you'll get a DM you'll get the link for the online shop sent to your DM so that this way it'll take you straight to the front page and you will see the bundle, tonight's wood pack, and the paint pack all right there. Okay, that's what mine's looking like so far. This is what it looks like before you sand it. So if you just want to leave it and not sand it, this is what it'll look like. And that would be very pretty too. I very well could have put our stencil on first and then sanded. The reason I don't always do that is because the stencil is such light paint that the amount that I'm sanding, I could sand it right off. And you see how much I've sanded to try to get the wood to expose. I didn't, Joanne. No, I didn't. Thank you, Shasta. Hi, Jody. Was that SpaceX? Was that the launch that happened today? Okay, that's pretty good. I like it the way that it is, so you can kind of see what I've got here. And I think that's good. Now we're gonna go ahead and put it together, and then we'll do some stenciling on it. Let me just get the dust collected up here. All right, so I have my paint stick pieces that I showed you in the beginning. I like the way that fits together right there. I think we'll go ahead and just put it right there. Let's flip it over. And again, you can use wood glue or hot glue. Just kind of line it up. There's a little bit of a gouge right there in that part of the wood, so I'm going to slide this to here. And then there's a knot right here. So I could put this one there, that there, or here, and this one right here. That's perfect. Okay. And like I said, we could use wood glue. I'm gonna have to get some more wood glue here pretty soon, or stick fast. Oh, my mom and dad saw it. Oh. Oh, wow. I had no idea about that either. Oh, not SpaceX. Oh. Wait, did you guys... Okay. I'm guessing you've seen it on the TV, right? Because usually, like, when SpaceX goes, we could see it flying over the house. And these are 4 inches. So I was able to get 3 pieces out of 1 paint stick, 4 inches long. I showed that in the beginning when I cut these. So if you're going back to make yours, it is in the video in the beginning when I showed how to cut them. But I just wanted to repeat it because it's just 1 paint stick cut 4 inches long. I'm laughing, Barb. That's funny. Okay, so there's a couple things we can do. If you do not have a nail gun like I am going to show you, you can use a hammer and nails. You don't have to have one. You can do it the old-fashioned way. Let's see. These might be too long. Let's see. Yeah, these are 1.25 inches, and they're going to be just a smidge. Let's see here. Yeah, they're going to be just a little bit too long. I would use a finishing nail. That's what these are. It's a finishing nail that is 1 inch long. That's what I would do. And then just use a hammer. If you don't have a nail gun, I have one. So that's what I'm going to use. Okay, but I want to make sure that my nails in here are appropriate, and they are. Doesn't need to be a nail to go through the entire board. You just need it to go through the top board and into this board at least 1/4 of the way or halfway. It doesn't need to go through the entire 1 inch thick board. And then I just put a nail on each side because we've got 2 boards here that we're trying to hold together. And I absolutely love this nail gun. I found such a good deal. I'm actually going to find the link, Nancy, and drop it in here for you guys. I had found such a great deal on it, but You'll have to look and see. Hold on, let me find it. Okay, here it is. Okay, I just dropped the link in there for the nail gun, and when I see it come up, I'll pin it for you. Let's see here. And if you guys are wanting my stick fast glue, because I do get a lot of questions about this glue. Let me put that in here for you guys too. I wish I could pin more than one comment, and I didn't think about putting it in the little chain link either. Sorry about that. Let's see. The to answer your question, the nailer that I just used is and it could be cheaper where you guys live at. You'll just have to check. It's $149. It's regularly $238, so it's a pretty good savings, but you get the battery with it. So that's the part that is a good deal, because you have to have a battery for it to use this one. And I've had a lot. I've used different type of nailers before, and for the longest time I used a nailer with a air compressor, and to me that is just so cumbersome because you have to deal with the hose, and the hose was always a nightmare for me. So this is fantastic. And it comes, this one in the link comes with the battery, so that's what I love about that. Okay, and that's a good deal. Alrighty, so here's what our board is looking like. Oh, I love it. It's looking so good. So what we're going to do next is I'm going to take this stencil from Essential Stencil and decide which one I want to use for my bit of texture. Let's see. Let's use the roses. Okay, so you can see how it's kind of scrolly right here. You can see how I've already used it. I love using these for what I'm going to show you. So here's what we're going to do is we're going to put these in the corner, and it fits perfectly. Oh my goodness, I couldn't have asked for for it to be any better. It fits perfectly. Yes, they still have them on sale at Home Depot. I love that. I love that it is on sale. Okay. Now I am using Fig. And again, it's out of, as far as I know, I'm going to be using all the colors out of the paint pack. And I say it like that because I could change it up, but I don't think there's going to be a reason to. I'm just trying to decide what color I want to paint the letters out in. And it could be gray squirrel, and then I'll put some detail on everything with some angel. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get our stencil brush that we want to use. I think I'll use this one. And I have Fig, so we want to make sure that we offload. That's going to be key. And again, keep in mind, if you want to make two, you could do the exact same thing that I'm doing. You could even put these details on it that as far as the stenciling goes. And then just depending what color you paint out your letters, you'll be able to see them no problem. Okay, so you can kind of see what that looks like in that corner back there. And then we're going to do one over here in this corner. Thanks, Mom. They only have 3. Oh my goodness, because it's a good deal. I'm telling you, it is a good deal. Oh, you know what? I'll have to weigh it. It's not light. But I can't tell you like exactly how heavy it is. Someone might know. I don't. And it might even say in the description there on the website. But that's a great question. I just don't know. Okay, so I'm just doing it light, as you can tell. And then what I want to do is take maybe this right here. I just want to get a little something here in the center, and I'm eyeballing the center. And then this is just adding a little bit of something extra here in the middle. And anything that I'm not sure I really am crazy about, I'll just sand. So I don't know how well you can see that in the camera. Sometimes it's hard to see because it is pretty light. But so far I'm really liking it. And then we'll put this one in the corner right here. Tammy said 5 pounds, right around 5 pounds, 5 pounds-ish. That's good to know. Thank you, Tammy. I appreciate that. It meets up right there. That is so cool. Look at that. I love how that worked out. And then this side will do the same thing. And then I want to come into the center here and put this, let's see, yep, this one right here. Angie, hi, yes, it is. This is Wisteria and Fig, and they are in the April paint pack. Happy April 1st. Today is actually my mom and dad's anniversary, and I could not eat, well, let me think. I might be able to guess how many years, because they were married about I want to say 8 years. If my mom is still on, maybe she can help me out. I want to say 8 years they were married before they had me. So that would mean, have you guys been married for 61 years? You think I should know this, but I'm doing good to remember my own age, you guys, for real. Oh my goodness. Holy moly. I wonder if my mom is on. And now that I think about it, you guys, it has been a day. I'm not even kidding you. I'm going to get off here when we're done. I'm going to do a post for my poor mom and dad. I normally do a post for their anniversary, and it just dawned on me I didn't do that today. I am so sorry, Mom and Dad. Gosh, I feel horrible. I normally do that, and it literally just dawned on me that I haven't done that. Ugh. I feel terrible. I'll do that when I hop off here. Honor my mom and dad. But at least you guys can wish them a happy anniversary. They will love that. Yes. Yes, Angie, they were married on April Fool's Day. Isn't that crazy? Alrighty. I really like the way that this turned out. Look at that. Can you see all of that? All of the little scrolly things that I've got going on here. Now, keep in mind, I keep saying this, you could do the exact same thing if you want to make them individual. It will still look good. It will still work. Your letters will just go over the top of it, but that's fine. I think that will look really cute, actually. I have one sister, and she has two boys, my nephews. Okay. I love the way that it looks. I am super excited for the way it's looking. And then we're just going to put love you buy into the center, pretty much. That's exactly what we're going to do, is just put it into the center. And that's perfect. So what you are going to need is some carbon paper, transfer paper, whatever you like to call it. And this is the one, this is what I have. I've had this forever, but you can definitely find that on Amazon. It lasts for a really long time. 50 years last September. Congratulations, Diane. That is awesome. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and slide this under here because we want to make sure we get everything all transferred out. Now, I am going to say this. When you are transferring your letters, you can outline the entire word and then fill it in. I'll go ahead and do that so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Or you can just go one line like this, just kind of like one line, and then go back and just paint it out. Whatever is easiest for you. Depending on how comfortable you are with doing the letters, you might want to line the whole thing out like I'm going to show you right now. So I'll line out the word love first, and then I'll go back and run a line through what I mean as far as just doing like a line down it. But let me outline the whole thing first. Okay. It's real light, so it might be hard to see, but we've got the word love. Goodness, can you see that very well? I'm going to wait till I can see it in the screen right here. But we've got the word love right here. So you can, sorry for the delay, you guys. Okay, you can kind of barely see it. All right, you can see it. Sorry, just trying to make sure. So if you don't want to outline the whole thing, you would just rather than outline like you see me do here, just put a line right over your transfer. Just line, like you're just printing the words rather than outline the whole thing. I'm going to go ahead and just outline the whole thing because then it's easier to come in with your paintbrush, depending what size you're going to use, and then just kind of paint it out. Or take a smaller brush and then line it out that way. So I'll show you both ways. Let's finish putting our letters on. I don't know that, oh goodness. I don't really see the top of that very well. Okay, I just wasn't seeing that very good. Okay, so then we've got love on there. We need to put you. And then bye. We just want to make sure that there's enough room for all of them, and there is, so we're doing pretty good. You could actually tape these, just dawned on me. You could tape them and make it just a little bit easier. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so I could put a piece of tape right here just to kind of hold them together. So this way I'm not constantly trying to, you know, make sure that they're going together, okay? Okay, good. Thank you, you guys. There's such a delay that it takes a little bit for it to catch up. All right, now we'll do the U, the word U. And then I like to look every now and then, just make sure it's transferring okay. I know a lot of you have heard me talk about before how I've had this upside down and just transferred right back onto the paper. So I like to just take a peek and make sure that's not happening. There have been plenty of times where I have got a whole word written out only to find it on the paper, on the back, and not on my surface. Okay, and now we'll do bye. So the nice thing about having the template like this is that you can paint it out exactly as it looks. Now you can definitely paint this out exactly as it looks with just a paintbrush and no template. This was pretty much achieved with just a certain size of a paintbrush. So that's what's gonna help you there if you wanted to just do it without a template. Is going to be the size of a paintbrush, or just using like one line. Instead of having to do all of this. That's going to literally be on that line right there, which is perfectly fine. But that looks good. Oh, you know what I forgot? The comma. Just kind of lining it back up the best I can. And then we'll put the comma right here. Now, to not have to fuss with, oh, what size paintbrush, you could just grab a round brush if you've wrote out your whole letters like I've shown you right here, and you just grab a round brush and come in and paint it out. And I'll show you. I'm going to use the color Gray Squirrel. To paint it out. Oh, 59 years. Okay. It was good. It wasn't a joke, she said. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is just outlining my word. So let me show you what this looks like. My letter. So you can see that right there. And then I'll just go back and fill it in. That probably will be the easiest way to do it. If you're not super sure about just choosing a paintbrush and the width and all of that, this will be the easiest way to do it. This is just a round brush, and I'm just going back in and filling it in. Just like that. Now, I could take this one, which is really too small to do this just freehand, but I could take this one and then just paint this out. If I wanted to use a brush just a little bit bigger. And then I can kind of come back in and fill it in a little bit if I don't like it so sparse. I kind of like it sparse. This side is a little bit thicker. And this, I didn't, I'm going to come back over here and just sort of fix this. There we go. Now I'm on the E, and I can switch back over to this one. It just really is all in what you're comfortable with. This one just requires more brush strokes, that's all, because it's just a round brush and we're kind of going and filling everything in, kind of outlining it and then coming back and filling everything in. And then let's see here, just kind of connect these a little bit. So we're working with the center here, and if you want to fill that in, you can. Okay. So you can see what it's looking like so far. This is just some sanding going on right there. going to switch back over to this one so you can see it this way. I'm just really switching back and forth, just to kind of show you guys a variety here. And right here where it narrows down, I just kind of flip my paintbrush to the side. And then I like to have my letters kind of right here so I could see and make sure as I'm painting, I can see what the letters are supposed to be doing. This is a little bit more narrow right here, so I just switched to this smaller brush. And then I'll just kind of close in right here where I see the pin a little bit, just kind of go over it. Okay, there's the Y. And the first O, I used the thicker brush, but I'll go ahead and use this one so you can kind of see it. Now my letters are not like perfectly painted out. They're a little sparse looking in sections, but I'm leaving it like that because I like that. I like the way it looks. Now I'm on the U for the word you. That's kind of funny. And where I've joined my boards together, I'm just kind of going in and bridging the gap a little bit, just by adding some paint in there. My boards have a few imperfections in them, but that's okay. We need to do the comma. In the woodworking group, I kept calling this an apostrophe. I don't know why. My brain was thinking how I call hearts stars and stars hearts. Similar to that. Let me look at this B right here. Okay. So we're gonna do this and then come down. Here, and then we'll fill it all in. So we are on the B for the word buy. Bridging the gaps. Okay, now we're going to do the Y and the E. Okay. Hey Simone, how are you? That's actually a really good idea, Prudence. You sure could. Or you could replace it with something else. You could even do the same thing with the O if you want to replace the O with like a flower or something like that. That would be cute too. Okay. Hi, Kim. Oh, Angie, maybe I should read that book. Oh my goodness. Was it like a funny type of reading book? Or that don't make sense. Was it funny? That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. It's kind of sparse, but I'm leaving it that way because I do like it. I just want to make sure any of the edges where I see my pin mark, that's what I want to cover up. Okay, now we are on the last letter, which is the E, and then we're going to kind of just look at it, see what we might want to do next. If we want to do any outlining to the letters, give it a little, just bit more detail, put some fly specks on it. There's all kinds of things we could do. And this paintbrush that I'm using, actually both of them, they're from the ones that I showed y'all when I did the paintbrush review. That's what these are. I do like these. I like the sizes of them. Okay, perfect. Let me fix this right here a little. Just because it needs to kind of come out a little bit more and just be evened up. I'm gonna hold it back. I realize that it's backwards, but at least you can kind of see the Love You Bye. And then what I want to do is find a thinner brush. I might get this one right here. Oh, here's one. This one might work. Oops. Oh no, what did I do? Hi, Marsha. Oh, can you use a paint pen, Carol? Does that maybe work better for you? Okay. I'm going to take this one right here and see about with the color Angel, just putting some fine lines in there. I don't need much of it. Well, you know what? Oops, my God, I wasn't paying attention. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I was thinking, but didn't realize I was still tipping and poured a little bit of paint out. I'm not sure that was like on the very edge of the screen, so you might not have been able to see it, but I poured a little bit out accidentally. All right, so I'm going to take my very, very small round brush and then just come inside here really lightly. And then just kind of outline it a little. Not in a perfect kind of way, but just in a kind of a sparse. Okay, now I'm on to the O. I'll just, oops, there was some wet paint there, but I'm not real sure where it came from. And I'm just going down the side here. Okay, then I'm kind of following what I did over here on this Y. I didn't mean to go off the edge there. And then we have an E over here that we did something on, so we can kind of mimic that a little bit also. Thank you, Marsha. Okay, let me hold this back so you can kind of see. It just gives it just a little bit of pop by outlining it. And then I think I'm going to take, now this is where I could derail the whole thing real quickly. But I do want to put like the specks on it. I'm thinking I'll do it in the angel color, which is what I just did the outline in. And I'm kind of thinking, no, I should do it in the, yeah, let's do angel. I'm going to start it real light. Oh yeah, that's a good choice. I'm glad I did that. Okay, I am glad I did that. If you're wondering why this is taking extra long tonight, if you hopped on after I started painting, it's because in the very beginning I showed the bundle that is available for only 5 days. It's only available until the 5th. So I showed every wood pack that we will be making in the month of April. So for every Woodpack Wednesday, and that bundle is available until April 5th. So only for 5 days. Now let me show you. So that took just a smidge of time. And then I explained the different ways this one could be made, because you could make 2 signs rather than just one that we're doing tonight. All right, so I want to hold this up a little bit closer so you can see like the specks on it. If I hold it right there, you can maybe see the specks. It's just enough just to give it a little bit of a visual interest, and I like it. I really, really love the way that this turned out. But we're not done, because I'm going to show you how I would make a hanger for it. Now, you can do a hanger several ways. You can take some nautical rope. Let me grab it and I'll show you, because I'm kind of trying to decide how I want to make a hanger for this. And I'm actually thinking this would be cute too. Just like a peep of, I wonder if I have a skinnier ribbon of this. Like putting this right here. Oh, you guys, that would be so cute. I don't know, but I think I just thought of a way to put this on here. And looking to see if I have I have a skinnier one. This is a wider 1.5 inch. I know I have 1 inch. Let me finish this thought so you guys can see. I like the black and white stripes with it though. Okay, let's finish this thought first. And then I'll move on to what I was thinking with the nautical rope, because I think this might be cute. Okay, let me cut a piece off. Now I am cutting this at, let's see, I'll tell you how long, just so you have an idea how long it is. Now this ribbon is from Hobby Lobby, and it is 1.5 inches wide. It's not wired. This is just shy of 10 inches long. But what I want to do is tie these ends in a knot. I want to knot them. and then bring it all the way to the end, just like this. Maybe leave just a smidge. And then I can cut that off if I don't need it. I really just want the knot. And you see how it's kind of gathery right there? I like that. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. And then this is going to end up being our hanger. Thank you, Erin. Okay, let me show you what that looks like because I like it, but it's not doing exactly what I want it to do. And I think if it was the thinner one, it would be better. Give me 1 second. Yay, I found it. I knew I had a thinner one. Okay. Let's cut this one at, we'll still do 10 inches. That's what I had originally. So let's go with 8 inch. Let's just go 10. I'm gonna just go 10. I just feel like 10 is too long, but we'll see. All right, I cut it at 10 inches. And then I think what I want is, all right, let's find the center is going to be right here. That's our center. I was actually going to use the wire, but then I seen this and thought this was super cute. And I'm tying it off in knots on the end. I was originally trying to put it up on the top so that we could see it all on the top, because I thought that would be cute and give it like a little bit of detail, and then this could be the hanger. See how that could hang from right there, and then we'll see this. They need to be trimmed down. And then it needs to be centered. And I kind of like that. Oh yeah, I can. Sorry, I do have, let me put it in here. It is from Home Depot also, but let me get that link and I'll drop it in here for you. I just, I'm not using it tonight, but it's literally right here in my mess. Because I use it all the time on all of my lives. So let me find it and I'll drop it in. And then you guys can tell me, let's see. Let's see, come on now. Please work. Here we go. So it's rebar tie wire. I get it from Home Depot, but you can also get it at Lowe's if you shop Lowe's. Okay, let's see. All right, I just dropped it in here. Okay, there it is. That's the rebar tie wire, and that's originally what I was going to use for tonight. Let me ask you guys this. Okay, so there's kind of what I'm thinking with this one, either on the top or back here on the back, and then I could fix those on there, and then this will be like the hanger. It's kind of a little bit long, but I like being able to see the little knots, but it's also cute like this. What do you guys think? Yes, you can find it on Amazon also. Y'all want to see it with the, is my mom still on here? I was going to ask her if we should go with the wire, or what do you guys think? The wire, or go with this little hanger that I've kind of rigged up here? What do you guys think? On the back, she said. On the top. Well, let me show you how I would do it if I did it on the top, because either way, the back is definitely cute, and on the back I would just kind of leave the knots to show. Let me see if I can find a shorter nail, because this nail that I have right here is too long. They're all too long. Let me just grab my nail gun. Okay. Now let's put this on here so it is in the center. This is, let's see, 12. Okay, so we are right about the center right here. So I was spot on with that. And we're going to put this right here. I just want to get that in the center. And then what I'll do is, you can use a staple gun also. I should have pushed that back a little bit. There we go. Oops. Okay, that's okay. I went through it a little. Well, this one stayed in good. This one I went through the side. I'm going to just put another one. There we go. I kept going through the wrong part of this. I'm going to pull this one out and redo it. I just want to make sure it's in there because we're on the top of the board, so I just want to make sure. I like that. I think that looks cute. just like that. You could do one long also, or you could glue it from the back, but I do like the way it looks, just like that. Love you, bye. And it just I just like the black and white stripe. I think it's cute. And it even just gives it a little visual interest if you just want to have it as a leaner. It just gives it a little bit of, you know, rather than a bow, a little visual interest there. But I do like the stripes. I think they're cute. And then just this little, that little bit right there. So that's just something totally different that I just thought of that I thought would be cute because I love that ribbon. And you could definitely do the wire. So I'll tell you, if I was going to do the wire, I would just drill some holes in the corners and then do the wire like I normally do. Probably put a rusty bell on it and then take some of this thicker, because I like this. So I would take this thicker ribbon and just cut a strip of it and tie it off in how I normally just tie it in a knot and make it look like a bow, a really simple bow. So, if I was going to do the wire, that's probably what I would do. I would still go with this and then just tie a little bow on it. So I think y'all have seen me do the wire quite a bit. So that's just a little rundown on how I would do it, but something a little different that I've never done that before. So there we have it. I love it. I think it's cute. I hope you guys love it too. And that is it. So the bundle is available. This one individually is available, and the rest of them will be available individually on their specific Wednesday. So they're released on our Woodpack Wednesdays. So anyway, oh, my mom said it seems too small. I could have done it longer. I mean, it holds it, you know, and all the things. It could definitely have gone longer if it's too, like if I should have went longer, you think? I don't know. It's different. That's for sure. Looser, further apart. That's what Angie was saying. Oh, I'm good. I'm glad you guys like it. Just something different. I normally would do wire. You could do some nautical rope on the back also. That's cute to have a peep of it coming over the top and have that as a hanger. I've done that before. But anyway, that's it, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me and hanging in there. This one took a little bit to get through, but I think it's worth it. Super cute. I love this saying. Love you, bye. So I hope you enjoy it. Grab yours in the online shop, and I will be with the woodworkers tomorrow. We'll be painting the one from the woodworking group where we cut out the letters. So if you want to check this out, comment shop AFK and we'll DM you the link to the online shop. And I hope you guys enjoy your night, the rest of your night. Thank you for being here with me, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.